We might as well say bye
you,
now.
right? Or no?
I don't.
I don't
What?
know. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
really know about
I got a
speeds and
little.
things like that. Because we've been kind of playing kind of loose with that anyway. So
I don't even know what. Quick. Is that what is your speed? I guess.
yes, I guess it would. You're right. It would be derived from that.
I'm pretty high. Pretty slow, probably.
Well, yeah. Welcome anybody who's coming in, hanging out, watching us here tonight. We're playing Symbaroum. Hey, Dawson is there. Thank you for the sub. We're gonna get started here with kind of left off at a critical moment here last time we were playing. So this is your first time joining us. Do come and jump into our Discord
thanks
server.
for the gems, man!
Is that I don't even know. Is that what you do? Discord? I don't know.
I guess
Maybe the bot doesn't work. I don't know. Either that or it's been so long, I just forget what the commands are. But we have a Discord server. You should join it, and you can get bombarded with wrestling pictures during the wee hours of the morning. Or you could join a game. We do have an LFG channel you could join, and there are, I don't know, there was some people playing. I don't know if any of them are around. I think they were playing Star Wars or a Star Wars Fantasy Flight something. So we try out a lot of different game systems and things like that. So yeah, check out the Discord, come in and find some folks to play games with. I think we all probably started with D&D at one point, but we've in this game moved on to Symbaroum, which is a pretty cool system. It's a Swedish system, and the system is kind of baked into the setting. So anyway, a little recap of what we are doing for the benefit of you watching, the players, me. I need to remember what we're doing. But basically, you all came to the town of Thistlehold hoping to make contact with a woman named Anadia, who you had a brief interaction with back in Blackmore. She seemed to want to get your assistance on with something that she had some knowledge that something had been smuggled into Thistlehold, and there was sort of the implication that whatever it is carries a great deal of corruption and is maybe a ticking time bomb of some nature that needs to be dealt with. You know very little about her. I think you had a little bit of an indication maybe from Val, like he recognized something about her that she is likely tied or associated with the Iron Pact. But unfortunately, when you went to go and try to rendezvous with her and meet with her, a bunch of events happened. We won't do the blow by blow on everything, but basically, the Fern, I think that was what it was called, the Fern Tavern, where you were going to meet her, was at the heart of this big sinkhole that opened up in the middle of Thistlehold. And there was like this enormous gong sound that rang out throughout the town. The sinkhole just like devoured like several blocks of the city. And from that sinkhole, it released this wave after wave of these barbarian folk with these like weird flesh deformities that like kind of transfix their very bodies into like bestial forms, like claws and horns and tails and fur and things like that. And they were just coming up out of this sinkhole with great kind of righteous fury, accosting townsfolk, and they were getting into skirmishes with the town guard. And you guys all kind of intervened. You saved a number of lives on your way to the sinkhole, and you kind of helped kind of lock that down so that the city guard kind of was able to secure the perimeter around that. And during that time, you had kind of picked up, like you had eavesdropped a little bit on a couple of wizards from Ordo Magica that there was some speculation that they might, try to send an expedition down into the sinkhole. And you all kind of showed up on their doorstep at the tower the very next day, like first in line to maybe apply for that. You met with a woman named Master Euphrinda, who Val was somewhat familiar with from a previous adventure, and another one of the masters, a very aged man. Like he looks like he's probably easily 100+ years old, Master Cullinan. and your friend was pretty eager to make like an unofficial kind of handshake deal with you, to have you go and check out the sinkhole kind of before any protocol could happen. I think you heard the other guy kind of talk to her a little bit about the chapter master is not going to be too pleased about you undercutting him or whatever, but maybe that's her drama and not yours. You guys took the deal, took a little bit of cash up front, and your job basically was to go down into the sinkhole, map it out, try to find basically anything that you can about the people that came up out. I don't really remember, but I think you probably were speculating with them a little bit. Yeah, maybe these are the Jezites, right? Like the barbarian peoples back in year 10 that we thought were extinct or had been completely purged by the Ambrians coming into the area. So you took the deal. You went out to the sinkhole. You went down, climbed down, and you discovered there was basically a big tunnel system cavernous tunnel system underneath the city. And you found evidence of that people had been living there, seemingly for years upon years. And I think you even traced that there was like a tunnel system that worked its way up north through the tunnels and I think you went all the way, like you followed it and figured out that it goes all the way to Davokar. After doing a little bit of exploring around, you did come upon a lake, like an underground lake, and there was like this big, huge, I did a poor job describing it, but it was like a big, huge crystal that erupted out of these kind of very clean, pure looking water. The crystal was sort of this blackish material. I think it's casting a little bit of light. So I don't remember if you guys have torches or anything out, but even if you didn't, there is a little bit of just kind of ambient light here created by the crystal. And where the tunnel emerged, it emerged on like this big outcropping of rock that almost creates like this little peninsula that reaches up to the crystal. And there was like this old barbarian woman that was, I think she was like kind of singing maybe when you came into the cave. But she's all alone, except for you did notice there are some like weird looking, like naked, kind of pale skinned forms in the water, like dozens of them. They haven't come up out of the water or anything, but like it was unmistakable that there's something eerie in the water. You talked with her a little bit. She's pretty standoffish to you. I think Val maybe made some breakthroughs in talking with her, and she did reveal a little bit. She basically confirmed for you that yes, the Jezites had been those that survived, like the battle that happened, like 12 years ago or something like that. Anybody that survived were down here in the tunnels. They've been living these past 10 years under the leadership of the daughter of the chieftain that had been killed during that time. So Haloban's the name of the chieftain that at this point is kind of deified in their clan, but his daughter, Helionon, I want to say was her name.
Eleanor.
Helionor is the leader. And I think she told you that when they were not responsible for the sinkhole. They don't know what that sound was or what caused the sinkhole, but when it happened, it presented this opportunity for sating the vengeance that the Jezites feel towards the Ambrians. And so Helionor ordered the warriors to take the opportunity to go up through the sinkhole and spill some Ambrian blood, essentially. After they withdrew, they came back down, and the tribe, for the most part, has gone into Ambria, into Davokar, likely through that same passage that you found into the forest. They're basically we're doing so out of an abundance of caution, having gone up to the Thistlehold to kill a bunch of people. They're worried about reprisal, so they're taking off. They're going into the forest apparently to hide or regroup or plan the next act. But this woman that you had been talking about, she has stayed behind. You get the sense that she doesn't respect Helianor. There's a little bit of implication, I think, that she maybe had romantic feelings for Halaban, so there's probably a whole thing there with them. But regardless, she's decided to stay behind. I think you try to get some information out of her. You're maybe feeling a little bit like the time had come to leave, and she said that the only way that you were going to be leaving is if you could promise and swear to whatever gods that you worship or whatever that you would not speak anything of her being down here, of this crystal, or even of the tribe having left. And that was going good. We had a persuasive test, I think, that went sideways, and she was, it kind of got slipped up maybe that you guys had to report to somebody up top. Like Ordo Magica somehow got like, what are we going to tell them? And then she was like, wait, what? You're being sent down here by someone you need to report to. And then you could see she started like calling all those things in the water, swimming through the waters, kind of making their way to landfall.
Loyal was under the false impression that the people we were reporting to could somehow tell that we were lying. So
yes. Yeah, that they had some magical means of detecting.
Yeah.
And
that's right.
So like kind of that's where we are picking up. I don't know, does anyone have anything to add or details that seem important?
Probably going to be the last session.
Could be.
Yeah, right. We're about to die.
There are at least 30. I mean, I think I've got like all the tokens are there, right?
Yeah, you did.
I don't have
You
that on
did.
the screen here, but here it is for the people.
You did not paint a good picture for us, Alex. I'll be honest with you.
It's not looking good.
No.
You stay away from the water.
Well,
hopefully they can't get out.
That's going to be difficult to do.
Mm. Yeah.
I think no matter where we go, we're like 15 feet or so from the water.
Bayella, the barbarian woman, seems like sticking pretty close. She hasn't like made any progress towards you or anything. She's staying pretty close to the crystal, but she seems to be like kind of calling out to the waters. Come, my friends. Come, my dead. Our secrets must remain with us. None may leave here. And you see these things are swimming around in the water, and like there are, if you glanced around, if you were super observant, you'd notice that like 3 of them seem to have like dived under the water out of eye shot, and you see 3 of them kind of appear in that cavernous opening that led you to the spot, like the only exit out. And so there are 3 of these kind of wraith-looking barbarians that are kind of drifting right there. Like they're not making any progress towards you. They're just they're kind of blocking that passageway. But you could see all of the other forms in the water are starting to swim close, and like at this point, it's becoming, as they get more in proximity to one another, like just the magnitude of how many things are out there is starting to probably freak you out.
I shout at the top of my lungs, run.
And I think that is the perfect call for initiative. So,
oh yeah, I'll be last on initiative. That's for certain. Because we don't roll for initiative, right? We just
don't
kind of have it.
roll. It's just based off. I believe it's based off quick.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I heard a woo. Thanks for the sub. Perfect. So we start things off with Gnosis.
I think Gnosis is going to try to bend the woman's will and see if he can get her to tell everybody to back off. So that would be a resolute. It says a mystic can seize control of the creature's will by making successful resolute to resolute test.
Okay. You can make a resolute test with a -7.
Holy dibba! Okay.
Yeah, that's what I imagine.
You got it. You got it. It's going to happen right now.
You're going to
Come
get
on.
crit 1.
Oh,
Yes, a 2.
Whoa.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So,
So let me read this because it may have an effect. It says, Mystic does not have to concentrate to sustain control. It is ongoing, considered active until the Mystic fails a resolute test. It says the controlled creature can only perform one action each turn and cannot use any active abilities or powers while affected. So I think if it's using some kind of power to raise these things, I don't think it can use that. Or maybe, but either way, I'm going to use my power over its will to say, all right, children, calm down.
let me read that again. I gotta pull up your sheet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some of the wording may have an effect on what's going down. So
This is like the toughest ability because I don't want it to be too. I don't want it to be the solution to everything.
yeah.
Seize control of the creature's will. This does not have to concentrate.
And I think the house rule I think you made a house rule that was like no self-harm.
Right.
I'm waiting to the point to where an adversary will do that on us, and it's gonna suck
Yeah.
so bad. So
Okay.
bad.
We will say so. You're using the action then for her to verbally say, "Calm down."
Yeah, like
Okay.
okay, now that they can see you, calm down, children, or something
Okay.
like that.
You see very restrained, like she is trying to pull away from your ability to control that, but she enunciates it through a strained voice that is like trying to pull back the words, but she does say these things. The behavior of the things in the water, they don't seem immediately like quelled, but like they're still in the water. Like they're just kind of floating several feet from kind of where the rock emerges from the surface of the water, so they
Okay.
haven't crawled up or anything.
Okay, and then so that'll be my action, and then I will take Loyal's command to run also, move as far away as I can, having
All right.
taken my action.
This this grid is not to scale, so that like I think you guys like moved up basically so that you could get into kind of conversing distance with her. So we'll say like with your movement, like you can get to like kind of like halfway to the where the cave is.
Yep.
There's
Fair enough.
3 wraiths are standing there. Val, it is your turn.
I think Val is incredulous at this point. Like, if all the outcomes he was predicting, having to fight with this woman was not one of them. So I'm gonna role play it that he is flabbergasted, but realizes that this is a oh fuck moment. So I think he will take a move action to align himself with Gnosis, and then he would have another action, but I don't think he would leave Gnosis behind. So he's going to stay there, and his action is going to be sort of a defensive posture. Not that this rule set has anything like that, but just pretend like that he's kind of assuming a defensive position.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Also, Gnosis, we have to roll for your temp corruption.
Yes. What do I need to roll there?
Should be a 1d4, I believe.
3. Ouch.
And did you have some from last time?
I had 1.
Okay,
Yep.
it's just one. Okay.
So I should have a total of 4 now. And I blew. Whoa. Hang on. Close. So, let me check what my.
I think your threshold is 7, so you should be
Okay, so
still
I should
okay.
be good. Yep, I'm 4 then. Yeah, I accidentally closed the VTT. I don't know what happened there.
I can type it in for you too.
I'll be back in a second.
Sounds good. Next up we have I'm blanking. Gretel.
They would definitely listen to Loyal and book it with the others as well. I would like to see what I could learn of these wraith-like creatures with beast lore.
Okay, let me see. Beast lore. You have it just
Wonder,
at
is there-
the novice.
Yeah. Let's see. Characteristic. Make a cunning test to recognize or collect a monster's strengths and weaknesses. Game Master describes the monster and its statistics to the player.
Okay. Go ahead and make a cunning test. We'll say a -3.
Okay. Let's see what kind of night it's going to be.
Oh,
That kind of night.
auto fail. It makes sense.
Oh.
These aren't like a thing of nature. Like there's definitely
Yeah.
something supernatural about them, so it makes sense.
Okay, cool. She's just kind of beside herself and too distracted running away. There's too many of them.
Okay, so you make it up with Loyal and make it up with Gnosis and Val.
Mm-hmm.
And the wraiths. There are 3 that are in that opening there. One of them is going to kind of start to like. It's almost like stop motion kind of feeling, like visually, like they don't really fly over, but they just kind of stutter over. And one of them makes it over to the group that moved ahead. So Gretel, Val, and I think this one is. It
I
can
think-
sense that there is like a tether that you have Gnosis, so I think it's going to attack you.
Yeah.
So you can make a quick test against getting back into remembering how this works. -1.
This one. All right.
So you succeeded. So as it reaches out with this like kind of glossy black oily hand, it tries to grab at you. You manage to evade that.
In stop motion as well.
Like
It-
Rudolph.
The other two just hang back, covering the cavern entrance, and then it is. I gotta update these names. Isaac's character,
Reg.
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 Isaac's character goes no. So, Reg will, yeah, Reg is gonna bolt. She's gonna go what? She's gonna just start running, with the rest of everybody.
All right. Do you like keep pace with everyone else, or are you running ahead?
Yeah, let's run ahead a little bit.
Okay. So you see, like the one had moved forward, is like actively attacking, kind of.
Oh. Okay. I'm sorry. So the attacks are.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
what,
There's
is that
like
correct?
there's like some of the group has moved, and they're like half. They're like there, and there's one of these wraiths has moved ahead, and is attacking Gnosis.
Oh, in that case, in that case, I will pause here with the rest of the group, and I'm gonna, if I can, will I be able to shoot then still?
Sure. Yep.
Okay, I'll shoot at Gnosis's whoever Wraith is messing with Gnosis. That's it.
All right. Attack -3.
Rolling low, rolling low.
All right. The just so that I'm aware, the -3 comes from what exactly?
From the defense of the wraith.
Okay. All right. No, it's not armor or anything, or is it?
Right now it is not armor. It's just
Okay.
its ability to evade.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Ooh, ah.
It's all right.
All right. So the damage is 2 points. You would probably note that it seems to react to the arrow, but it kind of like almost feels like it's like hitting some kind of like substance. It's like your arrow
Oh.
kind of like passes through, slows down, and then like drops. But he's taking damage. These things don't have armor, but they just take half damage. Like
Okay,
whatever
got it,
whatever it
mechanically.
is mechanically.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It would become Baela the witch's turn, and Gnosis, you would see behind her that the crystal, the big, huge monolith that is rising up out of the water, it starts to. It almost looks like there is some kind of like mystical tether attached to Baela, and you watch like her eyes are kind of foggy, a little bit dazed when she was under your spell, but you can see that it almost seems like she becomes normal. You feel like you don't have control over her anymore. And there's like kind of like a little bit of maybe electrical discharge or something kind of around that crystal. There's some kind of activating bind that she has with it, but it seems to have dispelled your power.
Gotcha.
And as that influence is lost, she's going to start singing a little bit.
That's not good.
It sounds like a continuation of the song that she was singing earlier, but she's singing it like in the common tongue versus her native tongue, and she's just singing, "Fathers, mothers, young and old, left us here in the dark, in the cold." And she like reaches out a finger towards you think that maybe she hesitates for a second. She thinks about casting it on Gnosis. But her finger drifts over to Val. I need you to make a resolute test.
Any modifier?
It will be a minus. It'll be a -7.
I don't think I can make this.
You can do it.
No.
You can do it.
No. No.
Oh, man.
She stops singing, like as like the effect takes hold. She says, "You. There's something about you. You will stay here. You will bind to the crystal and protect our legacy. And you're under it's not quite like the bend will, it's dominate. Which sounds like
Sounds worse.
It sounds worse. Like it sounds like it should be worse than the bend will, but it really is more of like a pacification. Like you're going to kind of cease moving. If anything, like the terms should be flipped, because it kind of is just taking your instinct to act and causing you to become docile. So,
Fortunately, he was already pretty much docile.
yeah, but even your feet now are just kind of like not not progressing forward to even want to follow the flee directive, and it almost seems like there's like this lingering. You're turning back, and maybe there's a little extra sympathy, just like already kind of slathered on everything that you've already been feeling about this moment. But whatever it is, the mystic power seems to like really have taken root in you. Maybe because you were already feeling some sense of, sympathy for what happened to these people. But at any rate, that will bring us to Loyal.
All right. All right. I see this happen to Val, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I will move up. And I suppose at this point, what would I do? I suppose I'm going to run up and attack this thing with the intent of grabbing Val and throwing him over my shoulder.
Okay, sounds good.
And moving next time. All right. So let's see. All right. And I have completely forgotten what to do. I suppose just click on my Warhammer.
Yeah,
icon?
and you'll enter a, what did I say, -3. Okay, success. 8 damage, so I'll cut it down to 4. You feel your Warhammer swing through, and like it feels like it hits something that's like, sort of in between being corporeal and not. Like there's just like almost like a force that's like pushing back at it, but your strength kind of pushes forward. You almost feel like you you can feel like the momentum of your swing as it passes through like speed up once it passes through the form.
Okay. One thing that I am noticing here is it didn't add my D4 damage.
Roll another D4 then, and
Let's see. How do I do that? Back R
backslash roll
D4.
or R one D4.
Eh, 1 point. It didn't matter. It's weird that it didn't do that though.
And then we'll say like any grabbing of Val and like moving like it will be a part of like your next turn. That'll bring us to the top, and Gnosis, it is your turn.
So he attacked this one that's right in front of us, right?
Yes, that one's taken a bit of damage from Reg's arrow and the warhammer from Loyal.
This is a long shot, but Gnosis feeling the tether from the crystal to the woman is going to take a shot at the crystal with his crossbow.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make a attack roll. No modifier. I would say that when you saw her cast her mystical power, you also saw the crystal react too.
Oh no. Good roll. Unfortunate enough for damage.
The crossbow bolt hits it. Now, having done this, you'll probably understand the futility of what you're trying to do. This thing is enormous. Like even with a bludgeoning weapon and all the time of the day, this is like diamond hard crystal. Like you'd have to really work at it to make a dent in it.
I guess then I'll try to move as much as I can if I can move past this thing, or I guess I'll. Does it get like an attack on me if I move past it, or
If you move, yes, it would.
fuck it, let it attack me.
All right, make a your quick, like your defense minus -1.
Ooh.
So you succeed.
You're hot.
You evaded it once. You evaded it again. You're able to shoot forward. And you can get basically to the cavern mouth where those other two are standing.
Well,
Is
I guess that's probably all I can really do.
Is that kind of your approach? Is like you're just going to charge forward, like kind of continue running straight forward to get past them as well?
Well, this is the cavern here, right?
Yeah.
What about this way? Isn't this where we came from up here, up the top?
Oh yeah, you might. You're probably right. They should be up there. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because I'm like, then I'm going to run past them to the other spot.
No, you are correct. I put them in the wrong spot.
Those bastards. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, whatever. I'll just stand in front and I'll be the target. Yep, I'm going to run right at them.
Okay, sounds good. So you're like, phew, I'm going to pass through them.
Yeah, I'm hoping maybe they'll try to follow me because I'm pretty fast. And I don't know, something. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Next up would be Val.
Hey, Alex, I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna say that this mystical connection that Baela used to condition me really reached into Val. And as you know, a part of his background is that he does not remember things.
Yes.
And I'm gonna say that connection brings up some memories that he had either suppressed or had been suppressed. So I think at this moment he starts to realize stuff. And to fully roleplay this, that is docile, he's basically in trance or in shock, whatever it is. Like he's unable to do anything other than bubble incoherently.
Yeah. And she's maybe like, well, could say like she's telepath. Like she recognizes that like you're not, you wear a mask that is not of your people. Like you where were you? Maybe like she's doing like old woman guilt kind of stuff. Like, where have you been? We've been down here living this existence for 10 years, and where have you been? And like these kinds of messages or whatever. So maybe that's jarring some of it. But yeah. So you're just kind of like there, weapon
Unable
out,
to do anything.
but you're not attacking that thing.
No.
Gretel.
Mm. I don't really have anything ranged to assist with the ones that are blocking. I think what I would do is maybe I would see that kind of Val, because normally Val is pretty good at kind of directing or like kind of organizing people. So like to see him kind of in this state, maybe she'll focus on trying to like either like, or maybe not even snap him out of it right now, just maybe just kind of like pulling him along just to make sure like the leg like doesn't get left behind. Yeah, because I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
You're just grabbing his arm, trying to pull him along. He seems like steadfast, plants his feet in the dirt, and is not just coming along with you.
Okay.
Like he's very actively resisting you.
Interesting. Okay. She wouldn't want to leave him behind. Might even call for Loyal too. like Loyal.
And Loyal is standing right next to him. It seems like he's like kind of attacking the one wraith with his warhammer,
Okay.
but it almost seems like he's also trying to maybe hoist him up on his back or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see you look at me. I say I got him.
Okay. I guess in that case, because I don't have anything like ranged, I'll have to go up to like the wraith and like bop him with the Corbin.
Sounds good. You can make an attack with a -3.
Okay.
Ooh, critical
Whoa.
hit.
Wow, going from one end of the spectrum to the other.
Now,
Thank you, Loyal. Bah!
Don't remember on a critical hit. What do we do?
I don't remember either.
Let me see. I'm just gonna say max damage. So, like, what is the maximum you could have done?
Nice.
1d8.
1d8, so 8
It is a
points of
D8?
damage.
Okay. Cool.
So you hit this thing with your Beck to Corbin, and as you slam it against it, like its essence just kind of breaks, and there's just kind of like this suctiony pop, and like there's no remnant of the thing. Like there's just nothing there after it evaporates.
Go for the head. Go for the head. Just like a zombie movie.
Yeah, right.
All right, cool. That's my turn.
Now, with that, there are two of these things that emerge out of the water and sidle up to the party. One is going to attack Loyal, and the other Gretel. So Loyal, a defense or a quick test minus
Do I-
one.
Okay, so that I would click on my light armor, right?
I think so. You could try that
Yeah.
and see if it'll do the.
You will have
the
your
evade
stats
first.
and yeah.
And then
Quick.
same thing for Gretel. Just a minus one on your defense.
Oh,
Ooh,
look at those rolls, guys. You're steaming
Okay.
hot tonight.
Yeah, you evade. And Gretel evades.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm used to rolling ones and having it be bad.
Yeah. This is the game for you.
Yes, I have found the game I am a master of here.
Reg is next.
Okay, well, Reg is going to take a step back so that she could shoot at these creatures that have moved up on to them.
Are these the same
Uh,
creatures?
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm gonna say
29 to
shoot.
go.
They're kind of, when they're in the water, they seem almost like physical, but as they like emerge up out of the water, they appear more
Liquidy?
spectral. Yeah.
Spectral.
Okay. Before I do that though, just like out of curiosity, no one has actually tried to like besides like trying to talk to Val and whatnot, no one's actually tried to like really snap them out of it. Correct?
Like bop them.
Uh-huh.
Nobody's bopped them.
Yeah, not actively in that sort of sense.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I know what Reg is gonna do now. Reg is gonna jump up while and I'm assuming that maybe, I don't know, did you say that you're already in the process of putting him on your shoulder, Loyal, or not yet?
Yeah, I swung at the thing and I kind of like grabbed a hold of him. This next round, I'm gonna hoist him up.
Okay,
So.
well, I think Reg is gonna jump up and try to slap him in the face as hard as he can, as hard as she can. to try to
Always
get him
knew
to
you
attack.
didn't like him. That's
We
the
did
show.
you damage! What are you doing?
I don't know. I guess do a persuasive test.
Oh.
Yeah, he's just
Wh-
not.
Why wouldn't that have worked?
Not snapping
Damn.
out of it. Still directly
Didn't
under her
slap hard
hold.
enough. Dang it. Okay, is that pretty much it then? I guess I don't know if there was anything else I really could do for my turn. I guess I could still move.
You could do a movement action.
All right, I'm gonna move back a little bit so that I could try to get some room for my next shot.
Sounds good. Bayella kind of resumes singing her song. Running, fighting, all life ahead. I'd rather remain here with the dead. And she turns up her eyes and looks directly at Loyal.
Yes.
But then, no, not
So
him.
screwed.
No, but no, not him.
No.
She looks at Reg.
Uh-huh.
And you... What kind of test do you have to do? Her eyes just kind of flare this, like, violet light. You feel compelled to look at her. There must be a test though, right? Automatically.
Oh Lord.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. You just get overwhelmed with this like kind of doom feeling, like you're looking around, there are all these things in the water. There's no way. There's absolutely no way you're getting out of this alive. Like almost like, you know, every action that you're thinking about doing, you're like, what's the point? Like, we're fucked here. Like you're kind of freaking out a little bit. Basically, you're gonna have disadvantage on your actions.
Okay.
Like the D&D version of disadvantage, you have to roll twice and take the worst result.
Okay. You got it.
There are some other things, but we'll get to that when they happen. She just continues singing her weird
Oh, good.
barbarian song,
Stop singing.
and then it's Loyal's turn.
All right. I want to hoist Val up.
Yes.
And does that take a move action or whatever? Does that take an action to do that, or
Give me a strong test.
just straight up?
Yeah, straight up, no modifiers.
Oh my gosh. So yes.
Oof. Yeah, he's still he's not like fighting you like violently, but he's just resisting, and he's making it hard to like grab him and pull him up onto your back.
So I don't have him.
You don't have him.
I think he would tell you, what are you doing, Loyal? She's right. It's my fault. Leave.
I ain't leaving without you. And I do it again.
All right. So then on your next turn, you can attempt again.
Oh.
You wanted to like continue kind of like trying to get him, right?
Yeah. I mean, but I would. I mean, I'm trying to fend these things, these creatures off too.
Sure. You
so.
can make an attack. There are two. Yeah, there are two within arm's length.
All right. Okay. What was the modifier?
Oh, I'm
3?
sorry. It was -3.
3.
I know why it didn't roll the D4 either. So I've clicked the button now.
Oof, miss. All right.
Man.
That will bring us to Gnosis, who's kind of ahead of the pack a bit, right before those two that are kind of guarding the tunnel.
Can I hit her with an arrow?
Sure.
Am I within range?
Yeah, we'll say yes.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to shoot her.
Let's see. For her, it is a +3. She's not so hard
+3.
to hit. She's an old lady.
Okay.
I imagine unarmed and unarmored, so.
So 6 points of damage. So you see your crossbow bolt like strikes her in the chest, and she kind of like her song stops. She kind of stumbles back a bit.
And I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna yell to you know, what is it? You know, call off your dogs or you die.
Sounds good. She's just wincing with pain. Looks like she's like
It doesn't have to end this way. Doesn't have to end this way.
She doesn't give an immediate response. However, I don't know how that works with them. I don't know if I'm supposed to do this, but it's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to have her roll this because she has, like, in theory, she has to maintain the hold over the spell because you hit her. So, and she does not. So you see the dominate over Val breaks, and so you've got free will again.
Nice.
And then it is Val's turn.
Okay, Val. It's hard. My instinct says something, and my heart says something else. Val is gonna beeline it towards the two at the back of the cavern.
Okay.
So double move. He's taking the attacks, and he's saying,
I'm gonna say with these two, just because like you weren't like actively fighting them, that like you
okay,
could probably evade those two in particular without taking the attacks, but those wraiths that are blocking the tunnel, like there's no getting around them.
yeah.
So,
So I think he will get next to Gnosis, and he will scream, "Get out of here fast!"
Sounds good. That'll bring us to Gretel.
I think with that direction, I forget. Are the enemies in Symbaroum? Do they do like an opportunity attack type of deal?
Yes.
Yeah.
They do. Okay, that's what I thought. All right, because I was gonna say I'm gonna run past like the one to like go get the other one, but I should probably just take care of the one right next to me first. So I'm gonna hit the one that's like directly in the path there.
Now, one thing I think that you can do, you can use, being you are engaged in melee, you could use your movement to get into a flanking position.
Oh yeah.
Right? Am I correct?
Yes, you could do that.
I would like to. Yeah.
It gives you a
Thank you.
+2 then.
I would like to do that. Yeah, I'll kind of sidle along, and then strike.
Sounds good. So all in, it would be a -1. Oh, you got robbed.
All right.
It becomes the race turn. We'll do the same thing again. One on Gretel, one on Loyal. -1 on your defense test. These oily black arms reaching out, trying to grab at you. Gretel failed. Loyal failed. Okay. So, the bad news is that their attacks bypass armor.
Figured as much.
But I think Loyal, your robust should still come into play.
Yeah.
The damage is 3.
So 2 damage.
Oh, hold on. Oh shit. Okay. They're kind of like shadows. They deal damage to your strong trait. So 3 points off strong.
Oh no.
Lord.
So does the robust doesn't do anything then?
Doesn't do anything.
Ah!
The dead touch.
So I can't change it on here. So
I wouldn't change it on your actual sheet. I'd maybe just make a note.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it'll get all screwed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So those two attack, and you see there are two others, like on the southern side of this peninsula, that are emerging out of the water.
Not to be a dick, Alex, but you also have the two where me and
Yes. Nope.
yeah.
They I think both attacks at. I just think Val's probably making himself a little bit more like aggressive.
Yes.
And so
yes.
I think they're
that
drawn
was
to
the
that.
idea.
They'll both attack you. So
Okay.
that'll be a -1 on your defense test.
Okay. So I'm gonna take a -1 and do it twice, right? Okay.
Yes.
First one coming. First one is good. Doing it again. Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So they kind of reach out and swing. You manage to evade. Reg, it's your turn.
All right. Just for clarification, Val, you moved up?
Yeah, I'm all the
Yeah,
way
okay.
at the
Okay,
back
good.
of the where
Val and Gnosis are up
Papa
there.
is. Yeah.
Okay. I think at this point, Reg is going to look around and see the walls closing in. She's already feeling that way, but even more so. It just seems like it's hopeless. So I think really her only salvation is that cavern. So she is going to just try to bolt forward and try to take a wild shot at this one here in panic.
It pains you as you bolt forward. You take 2 points of damage.
Ah.
Almost like the panic and the anxiety that you're feeling is like manifesting in pain that's shooting up through your body.
Mother trucker.
And then you were taking a shot?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot.
Shoot that bitch.
No, he's shooting the creature. He said.
Oh.
Oh,
I think correct. That's what you say, right?
yeah, I think shooting the creatures that are blocking the escape.
Okay.
Because Reg is extremely scared at the moment.
So you roll your attack twice. It was a -3.
-3, yeah, okay.
She's scared. Oh, son of a monkey.
I won't even have to roll the second one. There you go.
Unfortunately, it misses. You're just trembling hands and such.
Yep, she's moved up a bit, a ways up further.
But not to where we are.
If she can make it, she will. But I don't know if it's a double movement or not.
You could probably get to just behind them. You were a little bit
Sure.
behind the rest of the group, so but more or less up to them.
Uh-huh.
It becomes Bayella's turn, and again, there's like this energy that pulses, this light that pulses through the crystal, crackling arcs of electricity, and you watch the arrow or the bolt that is sitting in her chest just kind of like drops out. And you watch the blood kind of like start to like reverse waterfall like back into the wound, and she takes in like a deep breath of relief. And then it is Loyal's turn. But there's like the crystal the difference this time. There's like some kind of like a different effect. There's like this little like crimson blot that seems like it's floating around in the crystal, like a little blood trail swimming around in the inner side of it.
Man alive. We're in a bad way here. Do any of these things look like they're coming up besides these two? Oh, there's two more down south, right?
Yeah, it like you're looking around. It's just going to be wave after wave.
Oh, we gotta get the frick out of here.
Okay, and where? All right. I'm moving, grabbing Gretel.
Sounds good.
And taking her and running.
All right. So Dawson believes in you. One. Second.
Thank you. Thank you, Dawson. Thank you.
I'm starting to feel like Reg over here.
Yeah. So they're both going to try to grab at you. This is probably not. It's whatever. I think Gretel, you're probably just surprised by this move a little bit, but as you are being hoisted up, you see one of the things is trying to attack you as well. So why don't you both do defense tests -3?
Okay.
Or -1. Sorry.
-1. Okay. Come on. Come on. -1, you said?
-1.
Yes.
So as you hoist Gretel up, you kind of notice that little bit of.
Oh, I failed. Fuck.
Oh, did you?
What? With 6? Defense 5? Is that correct?
Well.
Oh, sure. No, that makes sense.
I think it's actually supposed to be 7 because I have the what is it?
The men at arms?
Yes. Which
you have it at
no.
novice level?
What it does, it improves the protection, not defense.
Oh, hold on a second. There's something that I have where it, or maybe it's at the next level.
Yeah.
Is it at the next level of whatever where it reduces? I mean, it takes away the quick penalty for light armor.
Yeah, that's at the adept level.
Okay. All right. Then I failed.
So 3 points on strong. So you manage to lift her up. You take that swat, and you're like, oh, you feel it in real time. Your diminished strength as you start trudging forward with her on your back.
Okay. Now I do have a question. With strong being used for toughness, as that goes down, I lose hit points as well, right?
I'm gonna say no because I don't want to deal with it.
Okay.
I don't know if that's accurate, but I'd have to dig into it. But we'll say no.
Okay.
And so
Yeah.
I think with that, you get basically the entire group at this point is in the vicinity of the tunnel. And these are your last two things that are in between you and just making a mad dash back to the sinkhole. Right? I don't think there's anybody else that's not in that area.
I don't think so.
I think you all moved up now.
I think we're yeah. Mm-hmm.
So then it is Gnosis's turn. You just hear the sounds of her gurgling and kind of breathing in her own blood have been replaced. She just returns back to singing that song.
I'm gonna take careful aim. I'm gonna aim right in between her eyes, and I'm just gonna yell out, "It didn't have to be this way!" And I'm gonna shoot her.
All right. I forget what I said.
So full of
Plus
3.
3. Yeah.
I thought Right?
You're so full of acrimony.
Oh yes.
Hits. And 6 points of damage. Okay. So again, like another shot. It doesn't quite land where you wanted it to. It's not the kill shot, unfortunately, but hits her in the chest, and she's lets out like some expletive and barbarian speech. All right, and then
and then I'm just gonna stand. Yeah, I'm basically gonna focus on her so they can focus on these other two and see what happens.
Sounds good. Val.
Unfortunately, Doe has moderate faith in us now, so I feel that whatever hope I had has been a little bit diminished. But I think I'm gonna say, guys, just don't engage, just run. And he's gonna do that and takes 2 attacks and is trying to go a beeline. Staying here is certain death.
All right. So go ahead and make your defense test, the -1.
-1, first one. Makes it. Second one. Makes it.
So both of these things like turn their attention and try to grab at Val as he just bolts right between them. So their backs are turned to the rest of you. You feel like you've got an opening. Gretel.
I'm running. Following after Val.
And
Yep.
with you, yeah, you're like right in pace with Val. Like the two of you are kind of splashing, feet, hitting that little stream that trickled into the lake, and just like you can hear the echoey sounds of your escape kind of bouncing around in this tunnel. Now the wraiths, the ones that are behind you, you will notice now that they don't move super quickly above the water. So like they are slowly coming in towards you, but they're just kind of not able to keep pace, it doesn't seem. The two that are there up front, they're going to attack. Who is up there? It's probably just Loyal at this point, right?
Reg is on that side, but I think we said that
You were kind of hanging
a little
behind
further
the
back,
front,
yeah.
though. So
Mhm.
yeah, I think they're both going to attack Loyal.
Great.
Yeah, it's very good.
All right. Let me make one of these. What is it? -1?
-1. Okay.
Hey, crit.
Hey!
Can he do it again?
Stay positive. Stay positive.
Oh,
Look at that.
He
Look
can do
at
it
that.
again. So they both, he's just like feeling like, I don't want those things touching me again. And you're able to stay out of their reach.
Yeah,
not-
but
not
the
for
thing
nothing,
is
there'd be-
as I take off, have they already got their attack of opportunity, or do they get on? Is it that they get?
I was
more
going.
on?
I was going. They take their turn again that they would have. I'm only gonna let them do like one attack of opportunity per turn. I mean, we'll just do
Gotcha.
5e rules. I don't know if that's really the way it's supposed to be, but that's what we're gonna do. So Reg is up next.
Reg would run right by if she could.
All right.
She would.
They are going to try to take their swings, so you could
All
do
right.
your -1.
I have a quick. I'm an acrobat, so if I make a quick, it's a free action. If I make a quick check, then they don't get any attack.
Okay.
Nice.
It's pretty nice.
Oh, that was almost a 1.
And you made it.
You still made it.
She'd be yelling as she runs out of there.
Bayella again. I think am I supposed to roll for this? Let me see. You can see she's like trying to evoke the power of the crystal, but it's like just not as palpable this time. The arrow kind of like pushes out of her body, but like there's still a wound there this time. But she heals up a little bit. Loyal.
I'm bolting.
Michael Bolton.
I'm bolting like Michael. That's right.
And we will say they were so distracted by what Reg just pulled that you're able to kind of take advantage of that and bolt past them as well.
You didn't want me to roll?
You won't have to roll on these guys.
Okay.
They tried to go after Reg, and so in that you're able to bypass them.
He avoided them.
Gnosis.
Gnosis is going to take one more shot at her and then run.
Let's see, what do we say? +3, I believe.
I think so, yeah.
Yep.
Just want to see if I can take her down before we get out of here.
Nice. Boy, you're just right on that 6 points of damage.
Yeah.
After this is like the third shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
This time that bolt sails and you sink it right into her forehead. The song that she was singing stops. Let's see, what verse was she on? Right as she sings, silent, frozen, never dry, I am alone to sing. And as the arrow sticks in her head, she just lets out the last verse. And to die. And she falls, slumps down forward. And as she does, all of those wraiths just kind of like melt away.
Wow.
And even the ones that are like on land, as they drop, you just kind of see forms reappearing in the water and just kind of like buoying up for a second and then sinking and being taken by the waters. And it is quiet.
Wow.
Didn't
So we could have killed her at the very beginning.
Told her it didn't have to be this way.
And you're like, hey, guys, come back. I just killed her, man.
That's exactly what happened, but we were far away from it.
Gnosis is the only one who observed like all of this.
Right.
I mean, before I run after them, is there anything that looks like it's worth checking out here?
I mean, her body is still there. The crystal, you know, at this point,
I would
if someone wants
probably
to
at
do
least
a
want to
cunning
loot her
test,
body.
you could do a cunning test.
A cunning test?
Think about it. Don't think about it.
Yeah, you're not. Obviously, she was connected mystically to that crystal, but like maybe the exact nature of what it's happening, was she like using it to enhance her powers, or it was definitely healing her? Like, you're just not really too sure about the nature
Not
there.
sure. I think I would probably at least run back and see if she has anything on her, and then run after the group.
All right. As you move up to kind of take a look, give me a resolute test. Okay. You can it's almost gives you kind of a queasy, nauseating feeling as you approach that crystal. Like you get the feeling like you would not want to willingly like stand next to this thing for too long. Like you're just feeling almost like your skin is being coated in ash or filth, Like you feel like you need to take a shower or something. But you run up and you are probably a little bit disappointed as you're kind of picking over the rags that the woman is wearing. She had a dagger on her person, but there's not too much of interest on her.
Okay. Cool. Yep, I'm gonna run after my friends.
And then you're able to catch up with them in that tunnel. At some point, the rest of you would notice that Gnosis isn't with you, but no longer are you being like pursued.
I'll spare them the details. I'll just say, "Oh, I finally caught up, but I don't see them anymore." I don't want to let them know that we could have just killed her right away.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, when we get to that main area or whatever, I'm gonna sit down and my breathing's all labored, and I mean, I'm 6 less strength, and I'm a big lug, so I'm way tireder than normal from moving. So I sit down and catch my breath. And Chris is going to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good.
Is that the end of the scene?
That's the end of the scene.
I can remove my temp corruption here.
Yes.
Sweet.
And then does that strength recover like over the next like day, or how does that
I
work?
don't know.
That's a good question.
It'll come back with time. I just don't know what the rates of recovery and things like that are, whether it's like an overnight thing or if it's going to be like, okay, you're going to have to lay up for a week, or we'll figure it out. So it sounds like you guys kind of like progress through this tunnel at least, and like maybe take a breather once you get to this first little chamber. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just take a little 5-minute break or so, and then we'll be right back.
Zang.
Boom.
Fringo.
Oh yeah, because I definitely felt it pulling me, right? Like I resisted it. Like it took my resolute, like my willpower to kind of resist it, right?
Yeah, I was worried you were going to go up and it was going to go
Yeah.
and get a hold of you. And
That's
then
when I said, "Are you sure?" Like, that sounds a bad place to be next to that thing.
So,
But
as far as like what happened to you when you did the resolute test, when you moved up to it, I think at this point, like your character would feel that not so much as the crystal exerting influence over you, but more just it is riddled with corruption. So you were moving into the point where
Zone of
you
the
were going to
corruption.
start absorbing that negative.
Right. And I got that sort of vibe that I would be able to report to them back, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
wait a second. So are you saying? Okay, this is meta. Okay, and tell me if I'm doing meta, too much meta. But you're saying that that crystal is full of corruption, which I understand, but in a way that corruption was being directed toward a living creature, like living creatures absorb the corruption.
Yeah,
Of that
well,
thing?
because you all took some corruption just by the mere, like in the last session. I don't know if you remember that. Like I think I had you
One
guys
point.
like roll just being
Yeah.
in the presence of it, and then I had Ryan do it just because you got so close to it. So it's like its mere presence kind of has like a pollution, like a corruption pollution that it's exuding off of it. And probably now that you've been like in the presence of the crystal, like everywhere in these caverns kind of has a little bit of that
vibe. Oh yeah, because you said it was sort of ashy and.
Well, my instinct would be that of making at least this specific passageway collapse, because the rest is not really necessarily like dangerous, but the passageway to this grotto, I feel is kind of the real problem, right? So if I know it's not that easy, but if I really were to express a wish, it would be to find a way to make this collapse. I don't think Val wants anybody in that big underground lake.
It may be somewhat difficult. This is all kind of like porous stone down here. And like the cavern heights are fairly tall. Like the cavern where you guys are standing is like the cavern height is probably like 30 feet tall or so. And it narrows a little bit in the passageway, but it's kind of like a tall order to try to plug it up. At least in an improvised kind of way that you would do like on the fly.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. We're gonna say we're gonna have to tell a lie convinced enough for them not to want to come and check it up. Any ideas?
I mean, I feel like if we just tell them the truth about the object being dangerous, they would approach it with enough caution that it would be on their own cognizance if they got corrupted by it.
Honestly, Val does not have trust in Ordo Magica's ability to keep themselves out of harm's way. I'll be honest with you.
I mean, the thing is I doubt, like they're gonna, like you alluded to, they're gonna come down here anyway, no matter what we say. So I better them go in with the knowledge than blind. We can't police everyone all the time, but we could at least do what we can to minimize the damage, right?
Also, and I don't know if this is the right moment, Alex, tell me if it's not, to have this discussion, but I think Val at this point would put 2 and 2 together. Hey, look, these guys might, the people that were down here might have exploited the sinkhole, but they did not create it. That's pretty clear. And you pair that with the warden coming from the Huldra saying that there is a great corruption here, and by say has he saying, I don't remember what the comment it was, but has it
Has
brung,
it spoken?
Ooh.
has it spoken? Okay, right, yeah. So my sense is, which at the beginning I thought that all things were one. So it seems there are at least two forces at play here, right? So if you remove the ex-Jezorites, right, that were in fact down here, they were doing weird shit, and they did exploit the sinkhole once it came to exact a modicum of revenge. Okay, so keep that separate. So who was or what caused the sinkhole and why? Because someone created the opportunity for the Jezerite. That's clear. It wasn't them. Not willingly, at least.
Do you think the crystal is the object of great corruption that they said was
The
taken?
crystal is an object of great corruption, but is the object of great corruption that the wardens were speaking of? I'm not so certain.
So you think?
In fact, I do remember from the Tomb of Lost Dreams that. So there were two indicia there, right? As far as I remember, one that the toad creature was in fact a creature living here in what is today Thistlehold, and this is where the Hold King defeated the creature after a mythical battle, right? Two, if I remember correctly, there was the depiction of the what was it, like well with like a well or something.
Yeah, in Toad Square.
There was a well. Am I remember? Am I making this up?
Yeah, I believe there's a well. Actually, now I'm not. Now I'm questioning whether it's a well or just a pedestal that it sits on. But I think it's a well. But since you invoked it, because I don't know if this was like explicitly stated, but you just brought up the Tomb of Dying Dreams, and I think it's possible that you saw something down there, because that Symbaroum king, King Hurrian Lo Apac, he was like a sorcerer king. There might have been some imagery that you saw down there of him performing rituals at a crystal in a lake like this one.
Oh,
so I don't know if you saw that or not, but we're gonna say that you did because you just invoked.
well, I did take notes that he was performing ritual. I did not write down where. I mean, I assume in Thistlehold, but not like specifically in front of a crystal.
Give me a cunning test just based on your experiences there.
Very cunning. Dang. Come on.
God dang.
So you're talking out loud about things that you've seen. I would let the lore master try a cunning too, just like in hearing you talk about what you've seen in that place.
Oh, that's right. It's cunning. Dang it.
Okay. Yeah, just Gretel had been doing some research about that king as well when she initially came to Thistlehold, but like you're both trying to remember like lore about the particulars of what he did with the crystal, like its use in his spell casting and ritual whatever is like without question, but like you're trying to get like the little details and it's just too esoteric of not like you'd have to go and like look at a book to figure it out. But yes, good callback, because that is part of the history here.
Dang.
Hey, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
I do have something that's called recovery. That with a resolute check, I regain 1 to a D4 toughness. Is that the same type of healing on that?
Let's say yes.
Because then I also have Medicus.
Yeah, so
Was
if you
there
want to go
any,
ahead and do that.
Was there any lingering effects from that stare, or once she kind of passed, did that
Let's
kind of?
see.
Because she's dead, so she put a curse on you, but we will say now
Right.
that she is dead that the curse is broken.
Okay.
Damn, girl.
It's pretty nasty. Any action that you do, you got to take 1d6 damage.
Oh my gosh.
So like until it goes away, like your best course of action is just to stand
It's-
still and not do anything.
Just
And
yeah.
I'm really glad I killed her now.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, I would have died. I'm trying to run away.
Jesus.
That's a gnarly curse.
Okay, so that
Failed.
failed.
And I can do it as many times a day.
Only one succeeds.
I
Yeah.
can only have 1 success per
Yeah.
day. So
Let's have Reg do a vigilant test. You, well, I don't know. Is Reg the kind of person that listens to, history and things like that, or, are they generally not interested in such things, or?
I mean, if it's going on and they know about it, I'd say that they might be listening, but like they don't actively like seek it out.
Okay. So you're like maybe kind of half listening to this. It's like maybe a little above your head,
Mm-hmm.
and your attention is just kind of like more drawn towards that northern passageway, and you
Right.
can hear like movement, like something definitely like made a splashing sound, like something stepped in the water. But you're like the only one that hears it, because everyone else is like thinking through. They're having a in-depth conversation over there.
Yeah. There's a light hum in her. There's a light hum in her. I don't know, demeanor, as she is not really paying attention much, but she definitely would glance up ahead and see if there was a sound and what it was.
Now you guys have like moved out of where the crystal is. The crystal cast off a little bit of light. Does one of you strike up like a torch or a lantern?
I think
Well, conversing.
Bala had a torch in his hand.
Okay, so with a little bit of torchlight, so Reg, you were just like kind of looking to see what you see.
I think they would stand and look.
You see
Maybe
like the water kind of rippling a little bit, and like the furthest reaches of like that light, you see this like really large, kind of milky white scaled lizard.
Oh.
That's easily like 5-6 feet long, is just kind of like moving along, kind of not necessarily aggressively at this point, but it is like coming into the chamber. Looks like it kind of looks around, flicks its little forked tongue a few times, and is just kind of like scanning around like in the tunnel.
Reg would I think she would like try to find some rocks and like kick it back to the rest of the group to try to like get their attention in the direction she's looking.
I think easy enough. The group, you kind of notice that Reg is trying to get your attention. You all see this thing kind of progressing through. starting to come into the chamber, and you think that there might be like a second one behind it, but as you're like looking at it, it strangely it has no eyes that you can tell. Like there's just kind of like oversized like kind of flaps where eyelids should be, but like you don't see any eyeballs or anything, and it really looks like it's more whatever it's doing, it's sensing without sight.
Right.
Feeling around. Its head moves around, but like maybe it's a scent based thing.
I do a beast lore check on it.
Sure.
May I as well?
Sure. Yeah, you both if you both have it, you can.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Weird.
Is that a
Beast lore.
cunning check? No
Yeah.
minus, right?
I think no minus on this one. This one's kind of more.
Ooh, look at that.
Oh, nice.
Crit success.
Okay. So this is a cave dwelling lizard that has been given the name Vearon, Vearon. They are blind lizards. They kind of prey around underground, eating large insects, fish, things like that. They are said to be they can be domesticated, and sometimes like there have been known to be cases where people have used them as kind of pack animals, but they don't tend to do very well outside of a cave environment. So like you'd be unlikely to find them like up in Davokar or anything. They can't really survive outside of a very controlled, consistent temperature.
Maybe we should go to that front chamber.
Agreed.
Yep. Do we have more exploration in us after all we've seen? Like honestly, Val is kind of asking you, like, haven't we had enough of this place already? I mean, I'm asking. Like, I personally have, but if you disagree, I respect that.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to go back to the main thing and head up top.
So you probably make that decision right around when you see like the third one coming into the chamber, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
About to
I
get
don't even
crowded.
know why we're staying here. I thought we would just keep on going. Let's get the hell out of here.
So you make your way back to the big debris pile at the bottom of the sinkhole. Again, remember, like it's not like a stark drop. It's kind of like an incline, so you can climb up that rubble pile and like you can get to where you could kind of grab hold of the incline, and there's ropes and things that have been kind of stranded down there. So I'm not gonna make you do like a bunch of checks to see if you can get up. Like given enough time, I don't know, if we really wanted to put pressure on it, we could have the lizards come out and be like, okay, you got to get up there before the lizards get to you, but we're not going to do that. So you guys scramble up and get back up to the streets of Thistlehold. You could see that the town guard and some of the kind of like employees of the town are still kind of dealing with cleanup. At this point, bodies are kind of being like laid out. And it looks like there's like a clerk, from like the mayor's office who's going around with like a clipboard. Looks like he's like maybe making notes, like identifying or at least cataloging some of these bodies so that at some point they can be like identified and things like that. And there's definitely like a quartermaster that's like taking stock of like any valuables and things like that they're finding in the rubble pile, and they're cataloging that. So you're seeing some of like the work of the cleanup happening. I feel like I'm like just calling for vigilant tests all day here, but
No, that's fine.
Can I have another vigilant?
I haven't had an opportunity really to do it much, so I'm happy that it's happened. This is what my characters get at. Maybe.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
That's good. I probably should have even put a penalty on this, but it's a nat 1, so it does whatever penalty, it doesn't matter. Climbing up, so like I don't know, you guys really weren't down there that long. You're a few hours, right? Like I think you got down there like maybe like late morning, so it's like maybe like early evening by the time you climb up. Still daylight and everything like that, but Reg, you kind of do a double take because you have seen Anadia, I forget
Idea?
what
Yeah.
pronunciation I was using, but you see her body in the arms of one of the guards. Like she is being pulled out of some rubble and debris and being like carried away. And like you're like walking past this guard as he's like bringing the body over to where they've laid out, like 12 bodies, like just on this cobblestone street.
I think I would call out to the group. Hi. Right there. I mean, Anadia, we've met before, correct? Like just the player is having a hard time remembering who exactly they were.
Yes, she was the person that you came to Thistlehold to meet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She was
All
the
right.
one that had the info about there's something
Dangerous.
something dangerous being brought into town. I can't tell you the details quite here in Blackmore, but if we meet,
That's right. Okay, good. Yes,
Yeah,
I thought that's
important.
who it was, but I wanted to make sure
Yeah.
that who that was. So yes, I would definitely like halt the party and point towards the body. Be like, oh no.
And then if Val sees that body, I think he would try to intervene with the guard and kind of, oh, I know her. It would tell the guard.
the little clerk that he like waves over the clerk that's got the clipboard, and the guard's just like, this fella here, he says he knows her. Tell him, any information you have, tell him. So the guy with the clipboard kind of comes over and he's like, you're able to identify this individual?
Yeah, it's my cousin, Mandrel. I would like to give her a proper burial, if you don't mind. I know that you're here on official business, but this has important value to my family.
He gives you kind of like the, a modicum of empathy. Like he's probably had to say this all day, but like, I'm really sorry about your loss. Probably only half-heartedly, but he then goes on to like kind of ask you if you just give me like quick details about her.
Yeah.
If you're willing to take the body, by all means. It almost seems like they're not really probably doing a thorough normal process that they would do this, but there's just so much to process that if you're willing to take even one thing away off their plate, there's no persuasive test really required. So
and everyone wouldn't understand that Val is providing fake BS stuff, and there's something changing him. You see that he has, if he had any compuncture before telling the truth, is no problem right away to basically sell total BS to this person to retrieve the body.
Yeah. There's probably also an element of it. You guys just came up out of the sinkhole. You've got you have, kind of sponsorship by Ordo Magic. Like you're not some rando that's just trying to like grave rob or something like that, or, so very few questions asked, and then they hand the body over to you.
And Loyal has learned that any questions that he has, save it for when
Somebody
other
private.
people aren't around. He's learning. He's learning.
So yes, you get her. It's obvious, like looking at her, that she was probably died instantly as the sinkhole dropped. Like she's got bludgeoned, very bruised body and everything like that. Looks like probably like her chest was caved in. But the body's like more or less intact. You can see. One second, I gotta find my page here. 111, I want to say. It upon like taking her body, you can see it looks like she maybe was wearing like a necklace, but it has like kind of snapped. It's like kind of like tangled in her hair. And it looks like maybe there was a medallion or something on it, but it's not present. It's like just the chain, and it's kind of like tangled up in her hair. She's also wearing a belt purse.
Does she has any ring?
You open up the belt purse, or like you're just looking at her hands. She doesn't have a ring currently on.
I'm basically looking for any the iron ring that would mark her as a member of the Iron Pact, basically.
Let's see. You can open up the purse. Inside there's a coin bag, which contains 6 thaler and 13 shilling. And there's a crude key with an intricate bit. It looks like a little coin that's shaped like the sun, made of blackened silver. And there's also a patterned gold pearl about the size of a grape.
Nothing clearly marking her for a member of the Iron Pact, so it's not there.
Val, you're the one going through the coin purse and the bag.
I mean, yes, but I'm doing that. He has a goal. He wants to find that. So just looking quickly at the valuables without really noting.
Give me a vigilant test while you're searching.
Look for false heels, things like that.
You, as you're taking great care to look through here to probably look, if she did have a mark of the Iron Pact, she would conceal it. So you're looking for little hidden things. And you do find hidden in the lining of the belt purse a folded up note written on very thin paper. It reads, "Friend in strife and sorrow, this offer is the only one that you will receive. Decline, and you will mourn alone. Accept and follow my confidant. We will meet where no tear falls in vain. I am waiting. You are needed. Tierra Tiana is the name." I probably have like a handout that I can share. This is a note. Handouts, yes. How do I share you? Show players. that pop up on the screen for you?
Yeah, yeah. Does it look like some sort of code message, or does it make sense? It's weird to me. I don't know if it's just to me.
The writing itself, so it's obviously in Ambrian, but the penmanship is very, like, these letters almost look like cuneiform, like almost like they're written kind of like symbols. But yeah, as you're reading it, it feels very maybe not necessarily code, but like vague, so that for the purpose of like maybe not being intercepted.
And does that name at the bottom of it, does that sound or look or has any elven vibe to Val?
I'll say yes. I'll say
Okay.
it's like you don't know who that is, but it feels
Yeah.
like an elven name.
Okay. Well, I think Val would show that with the rest of the group because he doesn't want to necessarily like kind of hide stuff from them. But he will tell them, hey, I did what you saw because I want to prevent anybody from potentially finding any link to the Iron Pact yet. If that makes you uncomfortable, I understand. You don't need to follow my lead on this if you don't agree with what I'm doing. I certainly don't want to put you in danger.
Too late.
Well, true. True.
Too late.
But I feel now after what we went through, and I think he would say this in a hushed voice, making sure nobody's around. I don't know where they necessarily are right now, Alex, but I assume we are where we can talk in relative privacy. And he would tell you that if you continue to stay around me, you might be in further danger. Because now I know things I didn't remember, and these are not good necessarily for a law-abiding citizen of Umbria.
Oh. You think that I am a liar? Do you think, I mean, law-abiding? Is that what you're worried about with us? That we're going to be offended?
Hey,
I'm not
mean,
Ambrian.
He's just going to like, or she's just going to maybe subtly gesture towards Papanosis. Like, it's I don't think you have to worry about that.
well, I guess Val is looking specifically at Gretel, that of the party seems to be a little bit out of place in our company. I just wait for her to say something.
She kind of leans in at that, and she's like, you know, as quietly as she can. I kind of have contraband myself. I'm in it with you guys.
Contraband.
The book.
Oh. Oh, I forgot all about that. That's horrible. I don't. Don't bring that up again, please. I don't. I want to forget about that.
I haven't been until you asked.
I'm sorry.
But no, I don't want to be alone right now. I'm with you guys.
Well, then, if you decide to stick with me, my first order of business now is to go speak again with the warden outside. Even before we speak with Ordo Magica or the mayor or anybody, because here's what I fear, okay? And this is pure speculation. We get contacted by the Iron Pact, right? They tell us through points at the body, through her, that there's something of danger about to happen. Then, coincidentally, and he says coincidentally doing this, coincidentally, it seems that this person is the epicenter of a mini cataclysm. She happened to be missing a medallion around her neck, but somehow the wardens knew about something going to go on. What I'm thinking is whoever fed the medallion to poor Anadea here had something foul in mind to create this mess. And it would kind of make sense to me that the Iron Pact would want to do that. So what I'm thinking is she was a pawn sacrificed by the Iron Pact. But to kind of vaguely try to prove my theory, we would need to make the warden out there talk and reveal to us how they knew that this was about to go on. And on what side are they? They wanted this shit to happen in Thistlehold and do something as the chaos ensued. What's going on here? I mean, I feel there's a lot of plots at play here. Like this is nasty business, guys. I just,
So
Thoughts? No, I mean before. So like I say my piece. I really want to give you an opportunity to tell me what's your idea. What do you want to do? Because what we do from now on can have profound repercussions on your personal lives. So I want to make sure that whatever you decide, you are aware of the sea of pain and trouble you might be in.
I think the wardens outside will have better input to give of what we found down there compared to Ordo Magica. So I am of agreement that we should go out and speak with them.
like you said, it's probably best we avoid them altogether until we talk to the wardens. Otherwise, one of us might slip up.
Fair enough.
Sounds good.
And as far as our lives getting changed, I mean, I think and mucked up, I think they are already. So it's a little too late on that one. Things are in motion, whether we want them to be or not. Now I guess we can just try to minimize the damage to us as much as we can.
Sounds good. I just also want to point out, because I don't know if she has a key in her possession that has a symbol of Prios.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure that you saw
A
that.
symbol of the sun god. Yes.
Yep. So it's sounding like you'd like to go and find the barbarians that came to town. They told you that they'd be camping in Davokar. They're kind of waiting It seems like they're giving Mayor Nightpitch a chance to kind of resolve things on his own, but they made it pretty clear that they would make a move at some point. Sounds like you want to go talk to them. Is that something you would be doing immediately, or would you be going back to the tavern or the inn to get some rest?
I would try to do it now, but I understand that you guys might be, in no condition to do it. But I think it might be important to act fast.
Does anybody need to rest because they're injured or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, Loyal and Gretel might be injured, and Reg too. Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe we should rest.
Yeah.
Like, do they know that we're staying where we're staying? I feel like
Who?
if we, well, Ordo Magica.
Well, I think they expect us to report back to them. That was the deal.
Okay.
When
don't
is it
think
that
that-
you want to report back?
Before they go down, check down themselves. So that's another priority. That's why I want to speak with the wardens now, because I'm trying to prevent any more shenanigans to happen. However, the way we could do this is we could split, and I'm not suggesting, but possibility. Someone reports back to Order Magica while someone else goes speak with us. I'm not necessarily recommending it, but it's something that could be done.
I think it's best if I don't talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Well, what you don't say can't be used against you. That's for sure. So what do you guys think? I'm urging for not resting, and I know you might need to. But the reason I'm bothering you with not resting right now is specifically because I feel time is of the essence.
I can do a medicus on everybody that's hurt. At least try to.
Yeah, I can do a medicals on anybody but Gretel, which I did last session. Oh, but would that count as a different scene though?
I'm
But not
willing.
but same day though. Yes.
I'm willing to forego rest.
Yeah.
Sounds
Mhm.
good.
With a medicus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If possible. If
Go ahead
possible.
and do your
Yeah.
medicus check. And it's good.
What does that do?
Was it
D4?
1d4?
I think it's a D4.
All right, three strong back.
That's exactly what I needed.
Reg,
Yes.
coming at you. Ugh.
Oh.
I will do on Reg too. I can't do Gretel, but I can do everybody else. So medicus check at Reg. That's, and then I think it's at 1d4.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Here we go. Rash back
Nice.
4.
Thank you.
And who else? Oh, and Loyal, you need 2, right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna do another on loyal. Roll coming. Unfortunately, royal, I failed.
Can I do one on myself?
Sure.
I healed myself. All right, let's see here. What we got?
And Gnosis, you're good, right?
Oh, nice.
Ryan, Gnosis is good, right? Okay.
Yep.
Right.
All right. So you do a bit of healing, and then your plan is to go to the northern side of Thistlehold, go out the gates, and then head to Davokar and try to see, because Davokar is like really not that far away from the city. But as you start to make your way out there, like once you get like within like 100 yards of the tree line, the barbarians come out to meet you.
Oh.
Like they see, they've got eyes on the town, and seems like they come expecting that maybe you're a delegation from the town or something. We'll say that you definitely see Gadramon and Ephernaya, the two witches that were like riding upon those great beasts on that first day in Thistlehold. So they emerge in their shamanistic garb, little bones and tokens kind of hanging off of necklaces, their hair kind of woven and pulled up, and then they're flanked by, we'll say, like 8 bodyguards, 8 warriors that accompany them, all tattooed up, and there's a heavy smell of like fire smoke that kind of is in this area. You know that their camp must not be so deep into the wood. But as they emerge, they say, well, have we been granted admittance?
I'm afraid
you were
we're in
there.
a position to grant.
Then why do you come out here if you have no news?
Because we need answers. We need answers from you.
Well, if you come here to trade information, then we are amenable, but hopefully you have something for us as well. What is the situation? We heard the well has spoken.
What do you mean the well has spoken? There was some noise that produced a kinetic wave that created a huge sinkhole in the midst of town. Yes, if that's what you mean by the well has spoken, but then you need to make me understand what you mean.
The bronze well on what you call Antique Plaza is an ancient device. Goes back way many, many years longer than your town there has been in existence. It is a device that can sense powerful sources of corruption. If it has spoken, then it has indeed sensed that what we say is true, that there is something within Thistlehold that must be stopped.
I think you're coming too late. I think whatever that object was is what created the sinkhole. And I think I know who was carrying that object.
Well, if you have an identity, you have a name, give it to us. We will handle it.
Can I get a sense of what tribe they are? Is there any distinctive?
That is a great question. I don't know. I could just answer and then be proven wrong later. But I think told you that they hail from Karvasti.
Yes. So basically, they're representative of the Huldra herself.
Yes.
That's what you're saying. Okay. Well, then I would say, look, I can't not be certain, but I can tell you a self-described agent of the Iron Pact was possibly the carrier of a medallion that I suspect resulted in an explosion or something similar that created a sinkhole. Now, whether the Iron Pact did this willingly or not, I don't have evidence one way or the other, but that's what I suspect.
A medallion. What is this medallion you speak of? Is it the source of the corruption?
Above ground, yes. Under the ground, it's a totally different matter, which I don't know that you're really wanting to know about that.
We would take any information that you have that might shed light on the holder's vision.
Sure, you would. But I might want to speak myself with the Huldra then about that. And not because I don't trust you, but because I would want to understand the Huldra's vision as well.
It is not upon us to grant you an audience with the Huldra.
True. But what if you were to report to her what my conditions are? Would that be acceptable?
There's many days' journey away. We are to wait here until we are your mayor. Mayor Nightpitch has assured us that he is going to resolve this, and if he doesn't, we will take matters in our own hands. We are not bluffing.
What matters do you want to take in your hands? There's already been destruction and mayhem in town. Do you want to create more? Is that your great plan to solve the crisis, to create an even bigger one? I don't think that's wise. I don't think that's what the Huldra wants. The Huldra wants information, and I have that information.
We have great respect for him, and we do have the awareness of what our presence in town would do. But if there is no other way, if he is not able to muster his resources and deal with this problem, then we will do so. There is too many lives at risk. What the Huldra saw in her vision was clear. This entire town will be overrun with not only the corruption, but the birth of something for which we are not prepared to stop. We must prevent these events from occurring. What she saw was a birth of an abomination that was going to happen in the heart of your very town. So forgive us if at some point we put pleasantries aside and forgo normal protocols. We will do whatever it takes. But it sounds as if you are looking into these affairs on your own. Who do you work for?
It's funny you would ask, because a few hours ago, my answer to you would have been totally different. I would say that I'm working for myself now. And what I care about is about my kin, which I believe had been exterminated, but they've not. Clan Jezora lives, or a list, the remnants of it.
They kind of like look at the rest of the group. Has he gone mad?
Just looking just as serious as he does.
He speaks the truth.
Well, that is quite the discovery. All this within 24 hours of the well speaking. I think that you seem reasonable. And as you can see, we have no ulterior motives other than to stop this calamity. Thank you for sharing this information. As we learn anything new, we would gladly trade this information in hopes that it will help you in your investigation.
I lean to Val and cup my hand like this over his ear. And I say in as quiet quiet voice as I can, are you going to tell them about what happened to that clan and where they went?
No. That's for me to pursue.
I stand up.
But I will say to them, rest assured that either the mayor or us, if we can prevent unnecessary deaths, we shall do so and report back to you anything we found. But please, do not do anything rash. The consequences might far outweigh what you're trying to prevent.
I don't remember. Did they say like 3 days? They were going to give him 3 days or something like that?
Yeah.
I want to say that that's what it was. So they'll say this was day 1. He's got 2 more days.
Well, let me go speak to him then. But as you can tell, as far as I can tell, the immediate danger, it is either already happened or has been prevented. I don't think, I think that something major already happened in town. So whatever this birth you're referring to, I don't know.
That entire town is full of plunderers who dwell too deep into Davokar and find things that should have just been left alone.
I agree. I don't particularly care for Umbrians that much right now. But if not out of generosity for the Umbrians, as you well put it, we need to prevent anything from escalating to a point where it's going to come and hurting the clans as well.
We've made clear what the time frame is. If you can find the needle in the haystack using your caution and your discretion, then so be it. But if not, then two days.
With that, Val will look at the rest of the party if they want to any of their own questions or things, but he's done.
I don't think there would be much more else to add.
Loyal has no idea what the hell is going on at all. So
sounds good. Well, the two witches then would bid you farewell and impress upon you as as frequently as they have in this conversation, that the time frame is tight. And so they turn back and go back to their camp and leave you to return back to Thistlehold. You're probably getting hungry at this point. You're progressing into later evening. Are you planning to report back to Ordo Magica, stand them up, go back to your...
I would like to press you guys to at least do Ordo Magica before they send someone down there.
I think that'd be a good idea.
And then we can try to talk with the mayor tomorrow.
I'm following you, boss.
Sounds good. We could probably do this quick. So you return back to the tower. And again, like, you enter in through the front doors, and there's kind of this reception area and these spiraling staircases that lead up to the upper studies and libraries and the offices of the masters and everything. When you enter, you feel like you can hear like an echoey, angry voice shouting from somewhere up. Like there's some kind of argument happening somewhere in the tower. The little attendant behind the reception desk is just kind of like nervously smiling at you and says, "Welcome to Ordo Magica. Here are the services we provide." He tells you all about like the fees for research, and like his whole spiel just keeps getting like interrupted by this, like, you hear like glass breaking, and he kind of winces, and he just continues to carry on as if nothing's going on.
I think Val would say, well, pointing to the direction of the noise, I am sure Master Yafrinda might want to hear what we have to say. Just right about now.
The attendant just kind of nods and like waves you. He like he's the same person that you saw earlier, so he just like waves you up. And it's not too much effort to like make your way to kind of that same, maybe it would be a different room probably, but like you pinpoint that there's it's like an office on the level above where you took the meeting with Yufrinda, where all this noise is happening. So you can like make your way up, and you just want to like listen at the door or like enter, or what would you all be doing?
I'm just gonna knock very strongly.
You hear like a shh, quiet. There's somebody at the door, master. And Yufrinda like opens it up, and it pops open. Heavy pipe smoke. This room looks like more like a really large private study. Big, huge, oversized desk. Nice upholstered chair behind it. Big rack of wine and books like everywhere, and shelves. And you can see Yufrinda is in here, as well as what was his name? Cullinan. So the old man here. I finally found these like pictures of the people. And Yufrinda is in here smoking her pipe. But she looks kind of stressed out a bit, like clearly she's been getting yelled at for the past hour or so. And they are here with Master Cornelio, who you would all know is the chapter master here of Ordo Magica in Thistlehold. And Yufrinda just says, come, welcome guests, come right in. And you can see Master Cornelio. I don't have a picture of him, but an older gentleman, not quite as old as Cullinan, but he's standing behind the desk. kind of slightly balding, but his like cheeks are like burning red, and he's just got this furrowed brow, and he says, "Are these the ones? Are these the people that you hired outside of my authority? And you paid them with Ordo Magica gold?" And she, well, now that is where you are wrong, Master. I paid them out of my private fund, and I was going to maybe fill out some reimbursement forms. And he said, "Quiet! Quiet, you!" Well, Master Cornelia just looks at all of you. Enter. You have in your possession a letter of endorsement from Ordo Magica.
Oh yeah, right here. I got that one right here.
You got it?
I got that one. Yes. Okay, not that one. Not that letter. Put that one back. Here you are.
I should have you all arrested, and you at the front of the line, you Frinda, for sponsoring this fraud. And she goes, "Master, I bet I know that they came back with something good. They have my full endorsement. I trust them wholeheartedly. They were the ones for the job. I took action. We always get all messed up with the bureaucracy around here. We needed to be on it. I just took some extraordinary measures to get the ball rolling." So, and you friend just looks at you all. Tell us. I'm sure as soon as they give the report, all of this will just be water under the bridge. Val?
Well,
Gretel?
I just hear that we are a fraud, so perhaps the master doesn't want to hear a report.
Oh.
Does he?
Please, Val. Please tell me you saw something.
Well, something is light. What we didn't see is more apt. Ordo Magica might have more on its end that it can chew on. Certainly, under the ground of the Stokehold, there is a great source of power and danger. A crystal with mystical powers.
What kind of powers are you speaking of?
The powers to make deads animate, cure wounds, to command people. We're talking about powers with the capital P. But, as I'm sure you realize, power with the capital P comes with a healthy amount of corruption.
You hear that aged Cullinan kind of cough a little bit. Corruption, you say? This crystal? You saw it resonate with effects that make you believe that it's itself corrupted. What is your evidence?
On eyes. If you don't believe us, either way, you already paid for it, so you might as well take heed. And if you do decide to go down there to investigate, please send your best people and take precautions. As I said, that place is ripe with corruption and power, not to be trifled with.
Master Cornelio seems to kind of as soon as you say the word precautions, like he's like snaps his fingers. He's like, at least there's someone who is speaking some sense around here. And he just looks at you, Frenda. You could learn something from the outside help that you hire because you are reckless. You will doom the reputation of Ordo Magica by by these random acts. I swear that every act of insubordination is just a way to make me look foolish. And she goes, "Wow, no, master, there's nothing like that. I apologize for my hastiness." And they just kind of get into a little back and forth until Cornelio just finally says, "Quiet. What did she promise you?"
Lots of money.
Yeah.
But Master Cornelius, we're men and women of extreme practicality, and I'm sure that you can count on our discretion if you can count on yours.
Well, of
And
course.
privilege access to any and all Ordo Magicus contracts forward.
The information that you have brought is valuable. The existence of this crystal and the dangers that it poses, we will, of course, be looking into it and making sure that any attempt to approach or understand it is done with the utmost caution. You've told no one else of this, correct?
I don't think we can keep this from the mayor's ears, if you understand.
No.
Unless, of course, you want to be the one breaking it to him, which I respect if that's the case. But I don't.
We will advise him. He is not one to take matters of corruption lightly. In fact, he will likely, I am sure, after this whole situation with the barbarians outside and the witches, that he will likely make it a top priority to see that we remove this crystal that you speak of.
I find it difficult that you can remove it given its size.
Well, contain it.
Okay.
It was buried there and unknown for so many years. Perhaps that is where it should lay. We will have to think on this. But it is good that no one else knows about it. What of the question of the beast folk that erupted out of that hole?
As far as I understand it, they're all dead. And as I say that, I look around to my party members.
I didn't see a soul down there. Besides, in the
Just those
rubble.
lizards.
Oh, some signs of life dwelling down in those caves. That could be interesting. Would you mind drafting this all up in a report and getting it to me?
Gretel, you want to do that for us?
Yeah, everyone is looking at Gretel here.
She's probably standing there like she probably didn't want to look like she was excited to write the report, but like as soon as everyone looks at her, she's like, yeah.
This entire time that you've been talking, or every time that your friend gets yelled at, that extremely withered old man just kind of chuckles and he just makes little noises. He doesn't really verbalize much, but you can tell he is amused at kind of being right and seeing your friend kind of getting it. So anyway, what I don't remember. Was it like another 50 thaler that you were going to get from doing all of this?
I think it was a lot more than that.
Okay. I think what ends up whatever you Frenda promised you, it was probably like crazy. Like I don't remember because
I think she said 300. Like
Yeah.
it was
quite-
a
it was
shit
quite a
ton
bit.
of money. Yeah.
So
We had 150.
unfortunately, what you Frenda told you was like like she was obviously not authorized to do so. Cornelio, upon like hearing what you have brought back, is willing to pay you another 50 thaler, which he says they have policies and procedures that this is what, the if you had had a contract, this is what they would have paid you. And so he will give you another 50 thaler. Euphrinda just kind of like shrugs, and she's like,
Well, it's been a pleasure not working for Ordo Magica. And I do the symbol of my mouth is zipped.
Cornelia kind of chuckles, and Euphrinda gives like a nervous chuckle along, like everything's okay. And they tell you you're more than welcome at any time you need to look through the stacks or perform any research or anything. You know, you've brought back significant information for them, so by all means, like, research away when you need to. But with that, it is late both in game and out of game, so I think we will probably call it a close. And I assume you'll head back to the inn and get your rest before the next day. I guess the question is, what would the group want to do on day 2?
We got 2 items, guys. One, that key.
Talk to the mayor, right?
Talk to the mayor, sure. But what we need to discuss is, do we try to get some info on that Prius link, that key with the Prius symbol, before we meet with the mayor or after?
Now, remember, you already have let the mayor's office know that you've got some assurance that they will reach out when he is ready and able to meet with you.
True. So in a way, we know that he's gonna contact us when he's ready. Correct? That's what you're saying. We don't need to continue.
Yeah, I don't think we have to waste time. You'll just get turned away again.
Okay. So I guess we have time to investigate that, unless you have other priorities.
Yeah, I mean, the discussion of the key or whatever, I was gonna find out if Papa Gnosis, with all of his affiliation with the church and everything, has ever seen a key that looked like that to a Prius safety deposit box or something. But I mean, is the design like something to a front door, to a back door, to a
It looks like a door key, I would say.
Looks like a door key. Okay.
So yeah, if you want to learn more about it, like going to the temple, like it probably is the property of the temple.
Right.
Unless it's from
maybe
elsewhere, but
I mean, it may be something interesting to figure out.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason that she had it.
It could certainly it provide information, whether it'll provide information as to what we're investigating or just about her, that would remain to be seen. But it seems like we would want to do that before talking to the mayor, right? Maybe.
We don't know when the mayor wants to talk with us, so definitely we have to kill some time.
But yeah, I mean, and invest more or less, have a discussion on that note that you found. If any of that means anything, I mean, where where tears don't fall in vain, is that something like in a, with the key, the Prius in like the, funerary room or something like that? Perhaps there's something going on that, that was a key to get into the place, in some place where some room in the church where people would weep without.
I don't think that the elf that I suspect is behind that would use, not even coming with 100 feet pull from anything Prius related. So whatever was going on with Anadia, there might have been ulterior motives, right? Because if you're an Ambrian, already the fact that you potentially working on behalf of the Iron Pact should give you pause, right? Because the Iron Pact is basically an organization that proposes to kill anybody entering the woods. And if you're Umbrian, not every Umbrian is that way, but the large majority of Ambrians see the forest as the chicken of the golden eggs. So there's no much care for that. So my assumption is that the elf, and I think Val at this point would share with the group his suspicions that Teara Teana, the author of that note, was an elf that is part of the Iron Pact, not fake, not fictional. To Anadia was best to recruit her. Now, what we need to understand is what was Anadia's connection to the Church of Prius? Was she a double agent? Like, I don't know. I'm speculating here, but
Well, I mean, here's a question for you, because I don't know any, really any of this stuff. Would there ever be the possibility of agents of the Iron Pact infiltrating the Church of Prius?
I wouldn't know. But I wouldn't exclude the possibility. No.
That's sort of my thought.
Yeah, I mean that was kind of my thinking with the key and everything, that there was some connection. I mean, not that it would be necessarily somebody who was really working for the church, but somebody who was in the church who had infiltrated the church to keep their ears open for what the church was doing, but was actually a double agent for the Iron Pact. That was kind of my thinking, and that would be a key to be able to sneak in the back door or whatever to meet without too many eyes on that.
That was kind of my thought. That was kind of my thought too.
All right.
But
Well,
who knows, right?
Maybe we'll get closer.
Exactly. We'll find it. We'll find. Who knows?
We'll find out then.
Actually, I think Alex knows.
Hey!
Really?
Yeah.
That one.
I hope so.
That one I know.
Okay.
A lot of things I don't, but that one I know. So yes, sounds like you are going to pick up on that lead. I think that will bear some fruit for you. I haven't forgotten about the mayor. That will definitely be something that'll come full circle here at some point. But you are alive. It was looking kind of hairy at the beginning, but you managed to get out of that predicament, and you learned a lot while you were down there. And yeah, in doing so, I think some of the nuance of Ordo Magica and the, personal motivations, whatever they are, of some of these different characters, is at least you're aware that they all are not uniform. It's like any big college, the faculty are always fighting with one another, and they have their egos and everything like that. So it is the way here, but you've got an ally with them. You made some pretty good inroads with the witches too. I think, you're probably both kind of wary of each other, but it seemed like there was a bit of mutual understanding there. So they could be someone or a group that you reach out to as well. And I don't know. I guess we'll see how it goes with the Prios people next time. So I think we're gonna play in 2 weeks, and then we'll have a bye week after that. So yes, we'll play on the 11th, and then we'll skip after that. So put that all in the Discord. Thanks to anybody that's hanging out. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're gonna say good night and see you later.
See you. Good night.
Night all.
Bye. Love you.